He, she's, theys, and all those who slay. Grab your candy, lace up your boots, and prepare for a spine-tingling, chair-shot-filled week in wrestling. Welcome to Kicking Out 2. I'm Michael, and with me is the ghoul of gossip, the mummy of match reviews, and the ultimate trick-or-treater of hotness and hot takes, Tori herself. Hey, Tori.
It's all a trick, I promise. All a trick.
All a trick, no treats.
All a trick.
No treats in this bitch.
Our YouTube still says joysticks and drop kicks.
Yeah, I think the title was too long, so I'll have to go back and change that on the back end. That's fine. It's no big deal. So we are live on the Red app. We are live on the Clock app, and we're live on Twitix. Exeter? I don't know. Exodus? Brexit? I don't know.
Look, as someone who is a big fan of being called what they want, it's Twitter. I don't care what he says.
It's Twitter.
Just like it's always Big Splash.
That's right.
That's always my comparison. People that don't know what I'm talking about are like, what the fuck are you talking about? There's a water park in town that has changed names I don't know how many fucking times, but to all of us, it's still Big Splash.
Yep. Absolutely. All right. So we're just going to get right into it. We got a lot to talk about today.
Big Mike.
Big Mike's in the chat. What's awesome?
Hey, how are you, sir?
All right.
Nobody can probably hear me saying hi, but whatever.
Hey, it's cool. It's fine. Talk over that intro stuff that I worked so hard on. Whatever. The state of the TNA union, Rich Swann's contract situation and short-term deals in TNA. To start with, we've learned a lot lately about how TNA is handling contracts, especially with this connection that they have now with NXT. Before we get too far into that, though, with Rich Swann, the contract expired quietly in the spring. He did leave on good terms. He did return and joined First Class, AJ Francis, so good to see him back on that. AJ Francis was replacing Casey Navarro because Navarro got injured, and so they took him out of it temporarily. Good to see what might happen after he comes back. Oh, well, thank you very much. I'm very happy about my intros. I work hard on them.
They're pretty creative.
But Swann is on a per appearance deal currently, though. He's not officially signed with TNA, so he could be gone just as quick as he's there. And it could be why that they're still kind of playing with it a little bit, because, like, for instance, when they were in the Battle Royal together, AJ Francis did chokeslam Rich Swann and then threw him out. Right. So a little bit of flexibility there in the storytelling. It does seem to be that TNA is doing a lot of those flexible things, especially with, I guess you could say, veterans now. I mean, Swann, it's weird to call him a veteran at this point, but he has been in the business a long time. And so they're kind of going more for that per appearance thing for people like him, for people like Cardona. I like that one, Stampede. I like
that. Pretty solid.
Though anytime someone says Hubba Bubba, my jaw hurts because that gum was tough.
Look, that gum was both amazing and horrible all at the same time.
What's up, Lady Alpha? Are you still wearing the costume?
Is that Lady Alpha?
Gotta know.
Did she change? Look, we're gonna have a mildly normal podcast after we get done drooling about Lady Alpha, because she looked amazing, and we just, she looks so good. Mm-hmm. She didn't get near enough love on her show. We weren't there, but she looks amazing. And if she won't kill us, can you put up the picture of it?
It would take me some work, but
I didn't know if you could do it like you do Here's the Thing.
Well, but I do that ahead of time.
Oh, okay.
So, like, I'd have to go get the picture. I'd have to save the picture.
Then I'd put the picture. Okay, then we won't do that to her because she'll probably kill us.
It's going to take a while. So to add speculation to it, though, could TNA be moving more towards a hybrid system, kind of a mix of things there? We'll be watching closely to kind of see what happens with that.
Okay.
Well, I hope he took the fangs out to eat. Unless there was so a little bit of Michael lore. Michael Lord used to have fangs. I got the nice ones that you like glue in and shit. And so I had those for a while. So unless you got those, because those stay in pretty well while you're eating. That was in my younger dumb days. But speaking of TNA though, and the stuff going on with there, the money side of NXT TNA crossover, WWE is paying TNA wrestlers for their NXT appearances, so that money is not coming from TNA, where they're actually paying them on a base appearance fee. It's higher if they wrestle, obviously. So if they're actually having a match, they pay them a little bit higher. Top rate if they're in the main event. So higher up they are on the card, the more they're paying them too.
Right.
So it seems to be working out pretty well for them. They get a little extra paycheck, little bonus for being over there on NXT. I'd be interested to see what the paycheck was for Joe Hendry showing up on WrestleMania. I'd like to see what that was.
I'm just saying, I'll show up on NXT for the right paycheck.
Yeah,
I don't even need a lot of zeros.
The ones with wax beads, those are the good ones. You get in there, form it around your tooth, so they stay in there really well. That's the good kind. Mustafa Ali's future. His TNA contract status was in question today. Mustafa Ali's contract confirmed to run through the end of 2025. Despite being locked in, he's keeping his options open. He's open for communication. He's flexible about where his future is going to be. I think with what he's been doing with the crossover, I don't see why WWE would not be interested in bringing him back in. Especially because they played a little bit of, I don't know, chicanery, for lack of a better term, with the whole, like, last match he had and the cord was wrapped around his leg and, like, that whole thing. It would be an easy way to bring him in. And then maybe we can finally get him that title that he needs to have. I didn't see anything in the report about that, so I don't know, Big Mike. I would assume.
I'm going to assume they're not.
Yeah. I was going to assume the other way, but you got a good point, though.
Kind of like Stampede said, they don't have the kind of money.
Yeah. But it does actually explain, like, why, because a lot of people said, like, obviously NXT's kind of been getting the upper hand in a lot of these conversations. It's pretty easy to say when they're like,
money.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we're paying you, let's say, $20,000 to show up on the show. All right, I'll lay down for $20,000. Just extra $20,000 in my hand.
Tony Khan just tweeted it out about 45 minutes ago. Tomorrow night, Darby and Orange against Yuta and Garcia.
Nice.
That'll be a great match.
Absolutely. So time for Jericho Watch 2025. Is Le Champion WWE bound or not? Obviously, it's a lot of conversation going around right now. The big thing is that his contract ends in 2025, so it ends at the end of this year. Specifically in December is where it's labeled. If we did the math on it to see where it ends up. So right now he can't go anywhere unless they let him out for some reason. You brought up a good point of we had this whole Andrade situation. So if they work behind the scenes and say maybe, hey, you guys want him to come over? We'll do a little swapsies. You let Andrade come back. We let you have him just a little early. Not saying that's a big possibility, but absolutely something that could happen. But obviously he'd be offered several $1 million annually if he was to return. He is a big name in the business regardless. Yeah, I did see the note of that before we hopped on here of Solberga vacating it, and specifically the little nudge that she said for it, which is instead of having someone defend it for me. That was kind of interesting. But anyway, so I mean, you and I have talked about it a little bit over the last few weeks. Jericho coming back. I'm not really excited about the idea of him coming in, unless it's just to get that Hall of Fame ring. Jillian?
Hey, Jillian. Jillian looked amazing last night, too. That was Tony Schiavone. It was amazing. So good.
I love it. That's cool. But that's the only reason be okay with him coming in. I think his wrestling career, his in-ring career is behind him. So bring him in as some sort of face for the company, a voice for the company. Aside from that, let him come in, get his ring, and get his Legends deal. What about you?
Oh, I don't want to see him in a ring in either company. Um, I would be a fan of him going to the WWE for the WrestleMania, show up, do the Hall of Fame, maybe have a match. But if you want to use him to help younger talent, I'm 100% for it. As a normal full-time in-ring competitor, absolutely not.
I'm glad to see we're on the same page there. Um, Speaking of people coming back, though, when will Swerve be back? Swerve's meniscus surgery sidelined him for months. Injury dates back to his WWE days. Even he's kind of just been working on a hurt for a while. But there is optimistic hope that he's going to have a winter return, possibly in December, if there's no setbacks. So, latest word is that we might get him pretty soon. It'll be kind of nice to see him back in. I think we need something injected into that main event scene right now because of people that we've lost. No matter how much of a beast they may be, like Kota Ibushi, already walking around and doing shit.
Please, God knows, Stampede. The learning vine, I can't.
But could we end up seeing Swerve return even at World's End? I mean, that's a possibility in that timeline of him coming in and maybe helping Cowboy, because now he's got that little thing going on with the ops. So we'll see what happens there. Nattie did a little interview and talked about her book and talked about the Rock's role and some stuff. The Rock wrote the foreword after Nattie asked him on the Raw on Netflix premiere if he'd do it for her. So
nice.
He actually did the foreword for her. Really nice of him to do that. I mean, that's something that you look at, and the difference in stature as far as like as a celebrity is concerned between people currently in the WWE and where The Rock is now. The Rock is in a stratosphere all his own.
Right.
She did clarify some misconceptions also in that interview. She didn't demand WWE's help. They supported her with photos and media. But apparently some people...
Look, she shouldn't have to demand shit.
No, but a lot of people are assuming for some reason that WWE had to be like pushed into giving her media and stuff. No, they helped. They full-fledged just helped her. They addressed rumors about the Hart family wealth. Her father Jim's career was unstable post 1992, so they weren't living very high on the hog at that point.
Right.
And Stu Hart's life was saved by wrestling. Stu Hart stayed alive because of seeing his kids and his grandkids getting to go through this stuff. So he lived a long time just because of having that in front of him. Fun little revelations that came from the book, though. Randy Savage wrecked a dirt bike into a stop sign, which is a nice little story that I want to read about now. Jerry McDivoc's unique path to becoming a WWE lawyer is something that they talk about too. The Yeet list.
You, Big Mike.
The Yeet list. I love it.
The list of Yeet.
But this book might be one of the most honest wrestling bios in years, going up there with like Foley's. So I definitely want to pick it up at some point and give it a chance to read it through. Last little bit, unfortunately, sad news. Thoughts and prayers out to Mike Rotunda and his family. We did have a couple of people confirm, Barry Windham and Leilani Kai confirmed that Mike Rotunda is currently on hospice care. So unfortunately, it does seem to be he's probably not going to be long for this world. It could also be why we haven't seen Bo in a while. So obviously being home with them.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's few and far between anymore that we talk about people from our past in a good light. But I mean, Mike Rotunda pumped out 2 really great kids. I've never heard a bad word about him.
I haven't either.
And just
I was gonna say he's one of those guys that's been in the business forever, and
Yeah.
you don't hear anybody talking bad about him at all. Like,
Yeah.
you just don't hear it.
Well, and such a underrated talent in the ring. Because you go back to like his U.S. Express days back with Barry Windham, um, and his generations in the business, and then what finished out his business was a dumbass gimmick that somehow he made work.
What, IRS?
Yeah, like
That gimmick, look, it was
dumbass gimmick.
horrible. It was horrible.
Hmm.
But he absolutely turned cow shit into gold
Yeah,
because that was so, so good.
it was. It was amazing. Um, so definitely thoughts and prayers, jujus, whatever you want to say. Like,
This isn't a school shooting. These thoughts and prayers actually matter.
well, I say that because some people that aren't the religious kind, and that's fine too. Any sort of
I'm not, but
any side of
whatever you want to call it, yeah.
any type of good
I
thoughts definitely out to them.
I hope he does not suffer or he starts getting better, whichever the case may be. Having had a parent on hospice, I know how it goes.
It's tough. It's tough to watch, and
It sucks.
it's a big fight. I didn't know that, Isaiah. I'll have to go back and like I thought that was Arn,
That's crazy.
but if he was the longest TV champ in NWA and WCW, that's an amazing stat because that title was my title. That was my favorite title watching WCW back in the day.
I will say I'm really surprised that his Hall of Fame was as a tag team.
Well, I think that was one of those. It was a build up. Um, that year we had a lot of headliners, and so throw them in as the tag team. At some point, we go back and run it again. I mean, if you really look at it, between the U.S. Express, Money Inc., his career itself, the Rotunda family.
The Varsity Club.
Oh shit! Yeah, the Varsity Club. I forgot all about that.
Him,
Sullivan.
Kevin Sullivan.
Fuck that guy.
Who?
Fuck that guy. Rick Steiner.
Yeah. And then Sting before he was Sting.
Yeah. So
Sting of Warrior. One of them was in there.
I want to say it was Sting, but it was like a hiccup.
Stampede can correct it. One of those two was in there. Somebody was in there that ended up being a huge name.
But yeah, I mean, so thoughts and prayers to him and his family. Definitely hate to see that type of thing happen. Unfortunately, it's the one thing that gets us all is age. Like that's eventually it gets us in the end. So, before we move on to the 3 count, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick ad read for W Energy.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Kicking out at 2 intern Ace Finley here. And before Michael and Tori hit the ropes and dive into the latest in the world of wrestling, let's tag in one of our show's partners, W Energy. If you're looking to fuel your grind, whether it's late night booking sessions, streaming, or just surviving Monday, W Energy's got your back. No crash, no jitters, just clean focus. Use code KICKINOUT, all one word, at checkout to get 10% off your order. Now let's get back to the show.
My co-host missed a little ditty in the front there, but thank you, Lord Alfred Hayes, for the intro there.
Stop it! You did not.
I did. I had to add it. I heard that in a clip of something today, and I was like, I got to put that before the ad read. Like that's
what did he say?
Promotional.
The promotional consideration paid for by
the following.
That's amazing.
I added that to the beginning of it.
I remember that.
Heck yeah. By Sugar Daddy.
That's so
Sugar
good.
Daddy. Greatest caramel treat of all time.
That's so good.
Anyway. All right. So our 3 count this week, honestly, mainstream wrestling to me was a little lackluster, so I don't have a lot of mainstream. I'm going to make Stampede proud because it's going to be a lot of indie stuff and worldwide stuff. We're going to go ahead and start with the first one. We're continuing the snake order. I've really liked doing it because it keeps you and me just kind of having a conversation, not just me talk for a little bit and you talk for a little bit. Right. So the first one, we're going to start with mine, though. The crossover dream match, Io Sky versus Mayu over Marigold Grand Destiny. Just nostalgic. It was wrestling in motion.
It was Dan Spivey. Okay.
Ah,
sorry. Thank you, both Isaiah and Stampede, for the info there.
And I remembered Steve Williams. Now that you say it, forgot all about Dan Spivey too. Shit. But this wasn't just a match. Like similar to when we talked about, and in completely different way, mind you. I don't want to compare these on a wrestling standpoint, but like we had with AJ versus John Cena, this was a love letter to wrestling. It was just a fun wrestling match between two former partners for the Thunder Rock, which is a great name for a tag team.
Wait, that was Eos and
Mayu's tag team.
Thunder Rock?
Thunder Rock.
That's amazing.
This guy did a double moonsault finish, capped off 26 minutes of crisp, emotional wrestling. It was great to watch. Thank you so much to Stampede for Stampede streaming it. For those of you that don't know, if you want to join our Discord, which you can find that by looking in that right there, which is our link tree. It's the first link that's on there. It's the Discord for the media group. He randomly pops on just, either old stuff or new stuff that's not mainstream. So I got to sit and watch that while I was working. It was a lot of fun. But the other thing that was fun to see, though, is the evolution of Sky from when she used to tag with her to who she is now. Like a much more prominent character and more crisp in the ring, and just it was amazing to see. So definitely go and watch that if you have the chance to. Number 2, Trios Chaos. You want to talk about the Hurt Syndicate and the Demand and the feud that they've had recently.
So Hurt Syndicate had a match with, I keep wanting to call them the Hurt Business, and I know that's not who they are, but that's who they are.
We hurt people. We hurt people.
God, that was so much fun. They had the match with the Ops because of the win from Wrestle Dream. Cool. But they lost the match because the Demand came out again. Again, worst name ever. I'm a big fan of the little hand signal, though. Like, it's so good. I'm really interested to see where this goes, because MVP said after Wrestle Dream, or it was after their last loss, he made a comment about maybe he's not the one. I got you, Big Mike. I got you. Maybe he's getting too old. And all I can think is, if you're starting to tease this, are we going to have Ricochet retire MVP and then we bring in a third and it's Seti? Because I think signing Cedric makes a ton of sense to them.
Oh, it does. Absolutely.
Both for the Hurt Syndicate, but also just for their mid-roster in general.
And I'm actually wondering, I don't know if this is literally more fuel to add to the fire, but did you see Seti in that Battle Royal? He's thickening up.
But give me Cedric and Shelton in the tag team division.
Mm-hmm.
Push Bobby over to the world title when you're done with all this.
Which they're already doing, because they announced that they're doing a 4-way, I guess, for a shot at the title, and Bobby's in it.
He's not winning, but he's in it.
Yeah.
So I'm just really curious to where they're going. I love what they've done with Ricochet. Putting him with the GOA was exactly what the GOA needed, because they matter now.
Yeah.
I've been a big fan. Yeah, exactly what you don't think it'll be Cedric? Who? It's Joe Hendrick.
Say his name and
it's Cody. Cody's going to come back because he's...
Well, I mean, he fixed racism, so...
Right. It's going to be Speedball. Actually, it could be Kevin Knight, and having him turn on Speedball would be a great swerve.
That would be. Or it could be Swerve.
I kind of agree, though. That's what I'm saying. I think we're going to start seeing MVP going, okay, I can't keep doing this.
Well, I think his exact words were like, maybe I'm not as good a wrestler anymore as I used to be, but I can still fight. And then that's what brought up the street fight idea.
Right. So I'm just real curious what they do with it. I love GOA is important now.
Yeah.
How dare not your jet speed? I know how much you love jet speed, but you can't tell me that would not be a great story. Come on, Jillian.
Can't deny that.
You cannot tell me that would not be a great story.
We're gonna stick with you. You want to talk about the women's tag showcase? Bane Ford versus Hater Aminata versus Willow Harley versus Blue Heart.
So, and Sky Blue and Julia, the sisters of Sin, which is a great fucking name. See, you'll get used to saying that eventually, Jillian. It's fine. Okay, whichever, however you want to do it. Put Speedball with Ricochet.
Evil Ninja.
So they had this 4-team match. First of all, this is 8 of your top women in the division. Just across the board. Ooh, Big Mike. Give me that. Can you imagine that reaction? That pop?
Well, and here's the thing. I'd almost want him to take the lead role in that group, but I wouldn't be mad at a tag team with him and Shelton.
That shit would be so good.
He'd be tossing Shelton at people.
If this happens, I need Keith Lee to do to Ricochet what he did to Isaiah Cassidy. I need that yeet. Because he threw that bitch halfway across the ring, and Keith hurts people. Oh my God, that would be so good. Okay, back to the women's. Sorry, Big Mike hit that one perfectly.
Heck yeah.
First of all, 8 of your top women, including Jamie, who is one of your top females in the division, period, across the board. Jamie and Aminata is a great team. It's a great team. Yeah, he did. He did Adam Cole like that in NXT. It's a great team with everything that's happened and so on. Willow and Harley is so good together. Just overall,
yeah,
the character development, everything. Harley has improved so much in the ring. Megan and Penelope, Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn, chef's kiss. So perfect. The Sisters of Sin, again, it's already amazing, part of the Triangle of Madness. This whole match was crazy. But the finish by Hater and Aminata, they hooked Penelope up. Aminata hits her with what I guess they're calling the Queen's Crown, which is such a great name for that headbutt.
Yeah.
And then Jamie hits her with Haterade for the win. This finish is so good. We knew they were announcing the tag team tournament. Do you have the tournament brackets by any chance?
I did not print them out. I can pull them up real quick, though.
Yeah, that finisher was so good, Stampede. Okay, so while you're pulling them up, Hater, the winner of this match, got to pick their first round opponent. Obviously, Aminata and Hater have had a lot of problems with Triangle of Madness. Tekla, Julia Hart, who was on our Heels call last night, it was so amazing, and Sky Blue. So they announced they wanted first round them against Sky Blue and Julia Hart. So they got the Sisters of Sin first round, which is a great matchup. So give me the rest of them, because I know Bane and Penelope had a match.
Let's see. The matches we have, Aminata and Hater versus Sisters of Sin.
Okay.
Babes of Wrath versus Mercedes Moné and Athena.
Okay.
Alex Windsor and Riho versus the
Windsor.
Timeless Love Bombs.
Okay.
Top Gods versus TJ.
So Penelope and Megan against Ty and Anna Jay. I think Ty and Anna win that. And then you said Mercedes and
Babes Wrath.
Athena against Willow and Harley.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be so good. Well, when Athena turns on Mercedes, Babes of Wrath will win that match. And then we're going to get them against Hayter and Aminata because they're going to win that match. That'll be so good, too. And then what was the other match? The other bracket?
Alex Windsor and Riho versus Timeless Love Bombs.
Timeless. Yeah, they're winning that. Okay. I'm here for this. Like, this whole tournament I'm excited about. I can't wait to see how it goes. But I love what they are doing with the women's division across the board. Like, it's just so good.
It is. It's really good.
To me, this is how a women's division should be presented all the time. Like, we're getting so much more women's wrestling. And I'm the first to admit, part of that is probably Ospreay and Swerve being out.
Yeah.
And then they said Claudio posted a video today. I think Moxley has a broken orbital.
Something like that, yeah.
So Moxley is now out. If you give me Gangster Claudio running the Death Riders, I'm here for this.
Well, I will say, so I saw that video today, and I know this is off topic of your three, but that Claudio is the Claudio we should have been having this whole time.
Yes.
Because we're not worried about the fact that he can do 5 languages and all that shit. It was just him being like, I'm going to whoop your ass.
Right. 100%. So I'm loving the women's division. I'm excited about the tag titles. I think it gives the women even more show. I know Athena said that Tony has talked about an all-women show.
Mm-hmm.
I need this to happen. I know Athena's doing them in Texas, which I need to go back and watch. Because apparently it looks so good. Yes, it will, Jillian. It's going to be so good. And Stampede, those are great picks. Like those tracks. I can see several of those going either way. Like most of the women in that division. But like that division is amazing. So the more of this we get, the better. And I'm like, let's go.
All right. We'll switch over to one of mine here. So at Halloween Havoc, we had Ethan Page versus Hijo del Wagner Jr. for the NXT North American Championship. This was one of those moments, and Big Mike mentioned me on the run-in talking about this. This was the Triple H Cactus Jack moment for Ethan Page. Ethan Page walked away from this match looking like a more rounded, more gritty, more fighting champion than when he walked in. And he needed that. He needed something to set him up to be a lot tougher than who he was. Because as much as I like the tightest pecs in the game, it doesn't cause me to have fear. It caused me to think he's probably going to lose because he's just a dick.
You're not wrong.
But Ethan Page just a masterclass in being hateable, going for the old trope, and I understand that people get pissed off about it, and that's why it works. He goes for the mask and rips like half the damn thing off. Enough where it's still covering his face, enough where it's not a big deal, but enough where it's like, oh my God, this is a Wagner we haven't seen before. So, definitely a good match.
You got kind of a snap from Wagner, who just kind of went crazy at that point.
Yeah. I mean, that's not wrong.
I'm not at all. Not disagreeing with that in the slightest.
Your next one is you want to talk about our wonderful Goth Pixie Tatum Baxley having her crowning moment, which I don't think I know a couple of people predicted her just to be different, but I don't think any of us thought she was walking away with this belt.
You and I both said it when we talked Sunday morning. I've never been happier to be wrong about a pick than this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
Jillian,
Tatum...
I said pecs because we're on a bunch of streaming apps. So I'm trying to be a little nicer with it, but no, it's definitely that's definitely the proper word.
I wanted Tatum to win.
Yeah.
I did not actually think Tatum would win.
I didn't think she had a shot.
Huh?
I didn't think she had a shot.
I didn't either. I fully expected them to just... I expected nothing. I fully expected her to lose.
Yeah.
I knew she had won. I went back and watched it just to watch her actually win it. And the Izzy turn is coming so quickly. Like, they're kicking her ass out of the calling so fast.
Mm-hmm.
I am so happy they're doing this. And it's... First of all, I think JC gets the call-up. She may get a rematch, but she's getting the call-up. JC's ready. I think this world title run solidified JC in my mind as being main roster ready.
Yeah.
I didn't think she was before. And when she got the title, I was like, she's a beatable champion. She had that bitch for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I think we all thought she got it just because she was the only one kind of left because they
right.
raided the company.
They let a bunch of people go too. Yes.
Yep,
100%
sure
Stampede. It was such a good match. I'm really curious to see how long Tatum holds it and where we go with it. But I was just so happy for Tatum because she has worked her tail off. They've taken away everybody she's been associated with in one way or another, whether it was released or moved to the main roster before this happened. So I'm so excited about this to see where they go.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Sorry.
It's okay.
But yeah, it should be so much fun. I'm so ready for this. I'm looking forward to watching NXT from tomorrow when I watch it. And it's just going to be amazing. I'm so happy about it.
I am too. And something else I was happy about, again, not a lot of mainstream stuff that I'm talking about today. There is a new DPW Women's World Champion, and it's someone we've already talked about on this show. Queen Aminata defeated Nicole Matthews for the DPW Women's World Championship. It's a great match, great storytelling. If you have not watched DPW, definitely take a moment to go watch a couple of their shows. It's ran by just a couple of wrestling fans that love the business. And
I don't know that I knew that.
Yeah, they're a couple of wrestling fans. They started off as just like wrestling streamers. It's a lot like the Chris Danker story of just we'll get to that in a second. I know that's
okay.
We can't say his name without talking about that.
Okay.
But much like his story of like he was just a fan who did streaming for a long time, talked about being a fan, and then an opportunity kind of fell in their lap, and they started a company together. It was CM Pulse, which was a famous YouTube streamer, did a lot of WWE gaming content, and a couple of other guys. I forget their names off the top of my head here, but yeah, they just started their own little company. It was a lot of fun. It was kind of where Kid Bandit really kind of got her start. Big into it. You got Calvin Tankman, who started off really big there. Rosemary did a dip in there. Yeah, a lot like WCPW. That was very much the same there too. So yeah, I mean, and I think that's the best thing Stampede, given his little seal of approval there. It was a good show from top to bottom. It was a really good show. But it was a good match. So I mean, just to think about it that way, from Japan to AEW to NXT to the Indies, wrestling's thriving everywhere.
Yeah,
And the fact that we saw this great of a match on something that's not even mainstream is really cool. But between this and her AEW momentum, I mean, Amanada is on a career-defining run.
Yeah, she is.
Hopefully, we'll see if she ends up with those tag titles at the end of it and be a champ.
I am such a fan of hers, and I have been since she showed up. And the progress she showed, she's made since she showed up.
Oh yeah,
I'm so here for it.
That headbutt is sick.
God, it's so nasty.
She's so good at the headbutt. We did mention his name. It's not a news story or anything. We just have people kind of talk about their condolences. I've been watching Chris since he was doing streams for Call of Duty back like 10 years ago. And I watched his live streams. I watched his charity streams. His charity streams, I found out he knew Woods. Woods showed up on one of the charity streams.
Nice.
From then he started doing a lot of WWE gaming content, wrestling gaming content. And then just like one day he decided he was going to try wrestling. And so then he did a little like day in the life of and did a little thing there. He caught the bug doing that. And then about 2 years later, he started actually training to be ouch, Stampede, ouch. You're not wrong, but ouch.
Okay, I apparently missed something, so
so Zelina and Alistair have a new entrance together now that they're a unit. It seems very similar to another dark broody couple that just recently left the company.
Stop it. They did not.
Just seems very similar. They copied their homework, but they got enough wrong answers to make it seem like it was theirs. I say all that to say this. He mentions on his streams a lot about Michelle, which has been his partner for a long time. Outside of the public light, they had found out that they were pregnant, went to go do the first sonogram and the first look for it. And worst thing you can hear as a first-time parent or a parent in general is to not hear a heartbeat. And they unfortunately did not hear a heartbeat on the first one. And that sucks. It sucks so hard. As a guy who has 3 kids, I could not imagine if I walked into that and had that as an experience for me. So we said thoughts and prayers earlier for the Mike Rotunda family. Thoughts and energy for them too. So sad to hear that. While I deal with that, we're going to do another read for our friends here in the Gimmick Table Media, excuse me.
Don't go anywhere. Ace Finley again, reminding you to check out Gimmick Table Media, a community of creators, streamers, podcasters, and fans from all corners of entertainment. Dive into chats, collabs, and laughs. There's always a spot for you at the table. Catch all our amazing shows, creators, and exclusive content at linktr.ee/gimmicktablemedia.
Oh. I forgot to turn off the 3 count. That's all right.
It's all good.
All right, so we're back. Anyway, time for the hot tag segment. Week to week, we're gonna on Bell to Bell. We are going to have a little clip from partners that are in the Gimmick Table Media group that you just saw from that mid roll to kind of give you an idea of what they do and who they are. So this one we're going to talk about. Absolutely, remind me after the show. Shoot me a message or something because I'll forget in the next 5 minutes because I'm 10-second time. But yeah, absolutely, I can send that to you.
Did you just give yourself an extra 8 seconds? I thought it was. Oh, it was 10-second time. Never mind. You're good.
Well, I was going to say I was talking about memory, not other things.
No, I know, but I thought it was for some reason. I thought it was 2 second, but it's 10-second time. You're right. For those that don't know, go watch.
I like how we're just going to go past what I just said.
I was trying. I was really trying. 50 First Dates.
50 First Dates. I found out today in an interview, I was listening to the interview of Swoggle on Stephanie's Places. Stephanie had never seen Mr. Deeds. I'm like, how do you not? Like, it's on TBS at least like 50 times a day.
You know she doesn't watch TV.
She watches a lot of movies, apparently. She was talking about like all these movies she watches. Speaking of that, though, just real quick, the last 2 episodes of Stephanie's Places, I think it's Stephanie's, what her podcast, not the HBO show, her actual podcast. She did one with Big E, and then she did one with Swoggle right after, and amazing, both of them. Talk a lot about mental health and dealing with being different. So make sure to check those out. But yeah, so we're gonna do a hot tag. This one comes from the Talk It Up podcast featuring the unseen Bling Queen herself, Final Boss, baby, and Miami the Great. They're going to be breaking down, in this particular clip, if they pulled the trigger too quickly with the vision imploding.
While we're doing this, and I'm like, I feel like they pulled the trigger too early. But like I say, we know Triple H loves swerves. We know they love twists. You're saying maybe they did it because of Bound for Glory. I'm just thinking maybe they just did it just because Seth, they didn't know how long Seth was going to be out. We still don't know how long he's going to be out.
So definitely go check them out. They do the latest from WWE Raw, SmackDown, AEW, and more. So definitely go check them out. The tree is right there, the link tree. So you can find them in there. If you can't use a QR code because you're watching this on your phone, then just go to the description of this video or in our bios on X. You'll be able to see the link for that. So check that out. We have one more mid-roll. I know there's a lot of things going on here, but this one is very special to our hearts. Wonderful group of people.
Jillian, are you still here? Just waiting to see if she responds. Right? She may not be. Go ahead.
She may not be. Well, actually, I was going to hand it over to you to talk about this wonderful group of people before I play this. Or do you want to do it after?
Hang on. Because I kind of want her to see this, just because it does involve something.
Oh, there she is.
There she is. Okay. So, as you know, I am a card-carrying member of AEW Heels. Love my group. That's where I met Jillian. She's amazing. I had so much fun hanging out with her at Wrestle Dream. Had fun hanging out with her at All In.
I did too. We're leaving me out of that conversation. I also had fun.
This is about the heels, sir.
I'm sorry. I was mansplaining things. My bad.
I don't
Go
need
ahead.
you to put your male 2 cents in here. Rude. So, we had an idea
What's the greatest ally do I put in my male notes in this business?
We had an idea to give everybody kind of a heads up as to what heel does. I actually reached out to Aubrey Edwards, who I have gotten to know through Heels as well. Same as Amanda.
Great hugger. Amazing hugger.
She's the best. So good. So, and I asked her if she was okay with us doing this. She recommended the disclaimer. How did you do this? Did you do it in the video?
Yep, in the video, there's a disclaimer.
Okay. So here's the video that we decided to do for Heels. And then when we come back, I'll talk about it a little bit more.
Hey, wrestling fans! If you're a woman who loves professional wrestling, you need to check out AEW Heels, the official female-focused online community from All Elite Wrestling. It's a safe space to connect with other fans, share your passion, and build friendships with women from around the world. Members get access to exclusive content, virtual events, Q&A sessions with AEW talent, ticket pre-sales, contests, giveaways, and even in-person meetups at live shows. Led by Amanda Huber and Aubrey Edwards, AEW Heels gives you a place to truly feel part of the AEW family. Don't miss out! Join AEW Heels today and connect with your fellow wrestling fans like never before.
So I was super excited when Michael told me he wanted to do this. I got Aubrey's clear. I cleared it with Aubrey. Just I know we're not affiliated with the company, but I didn't want it to be anything that caused a problem or get her in any trouble or anything. I cannot say enough about Heels. Like, just the way they welcomed me when I came in, and obviously I wasn't sure how that was going to go. It's always one of my big fears, being a trans woman, is how people will receive me. It has always been amazing. I love this group. I've made so many friends. There's a member that I've seen both at All In. She literally decided the morning of All In to go. She lives in Seattle, so she got a early bird flight of the night before and flew in for All In. Her screen name in does she have a Twitter? I don't know. Now I need to look. Anyway, her screen name is Yo Mama Fu on Heels, and she gives I don't know if you remember, she had the half face paint. Yeah. I was so excited to see her. I didn't even know she was coming. She's the best. She gives great hugs. We just love her. I just can't say enough about this group. It's $50. It's one time a year. We just had a Zoom meeting Monday with Julia Hart, and the Q&A thing is a little. It's not a straight up Q&A. It's we send questions in on a post, and Aubrey and Amanda ask as much as they can. There's almost 600 members now. We're at. Where did I find that? I found it here somewhere the other day. There it is. 565 members. Like, it's just growing like crazy. We keep adding amazing people. I cannot say enough about it. And actually, one of our members just posted a little bit ago. She just got engaged. And now we all get to celebrate that with her. I agree. I agree completely. 100%, Jillian. Like I said, Jillian and I have gotten to be friends. She's trying to talk me into coming to World's End, and I think I almost got dumped over that. So that's not going to happen. My goal is for my birthday next year in April to go to wherever that show is. But we talk about everything, and it's not just about wrestling. It's not even just about AEW. We talk about every company, including the WWE. Not a lot, but we still talk about it. We talk about the wrestlers that are all over the place. Look, I know, but I can't do 3 in a year. I can't pull that off. So, but last night was our Halloween stream. We all dressed up. Or not last night, Monday night. Yeah, last night. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
We all had costumes on. Jillian was the amazing Tony, Vonnie. It was so good. We have a blast. We cry at every stream, every Zoom meeting, either from laughter or because something got super emotional and we all just fell apart. And that happens a lot, and we're okay with it. But I can't say enough about the group. Like, if you have a female wrestling fan in your life, get them the gift of a membership to Heels. They will never regret it. You get 500 new best friends.
Yep. And if anybody watching this needs the link, if they need the QR code, just let me know. I'll make sure we post it again somewhere where you guys can easily get to it. I will say, as outside looking in, because obviously me not being of female persuasion, I don't get to do all the fun stuff. But I got to talk to these people. I get to talk to people that run it. I get to talk to people that are in it. And it's a wonderful group of people. I think it's an amazing idea to, one, take away the stigma of women being fans of the company or of the business in general. and like just bringing more people in. It's always fun to hear and fun to see people that are joining it. I mean, we've got two of our own in our own media group of people that just recently got into the company or into the business and are starting to love what they're seeing so much that they started their own podcast. So seeing people have that type of passion about something is fun to watch. I'm still waiting for the special episode where you get to bring your better halves or worse halves or whichever halves. And maybe I
think we do that around Valentine's Day.
You know,
so
I'll be your Valentine for that month. That's all right.
We'll see. It obviously will depend on the boss, my better half schedule.
Yeah, for sure. But it's a great group. So obviously, if you have a female in your life that likes wrestling or you think would like wrestling, but is kind of afraid of because of the stigma of the wrestling community, which I completely understand because we're all a bunch of neckbeards that are just throwing our weights around. Let us know. We'll make sure we get you the right info to get to. But with that being said, this is going to be the last pop. We talked really hard and heavy about a couple of things this month, whether it be for anti-bullying or whether it be for breast cancer awareness. We're going to kind of go easy on it this time because this is the last bell to bell before Halloween. Halloween is almost here. It's a time for costumes, a time for candy, and a little fun in the ring and out of the ring. But beyond the scares and treats, it's a reminder to celebrate everyone's creativity and their individuality while staying safe and smart. Watch your step, look out for each other, and enjoy the night responsibly. Whether you're a fan, a performer, or someone just having fun, let's make sure that the season's about fun, inclusion, and making sure everyone gets home safe. You can make sure to catch us on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Blue Sky, and don't forget to sign up for the Kicking Attitude Discord to drop your thoughts, share your faves, and keep this conversation going. And hey, addition, before you go, we now have our own official Kicking Attitude merch store. You can grab tees, hoodies, stickers, and more at kicking-out-2.myspreadshop.com. And you can show your Kicking Attitude pride for the next 12 days. If you order anything as a celebratory starting up, you get 20% off anything that's on the store. So if you want to support us, that's a good place to do it. Just a little bit of scratch. We're going to just put it right back in the show. So in the meantime, and in between time, we will catch you on the next one. Bye, everybody.